guys, and welcome to another of our 25 Days of Christmas here on Travel with Rick. Got my good friend Tony Casanova here. Hey, Tony.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. How's it going, buddy?
It's doing good.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, we're here just inside the castle walls.
We are on the other side of the wall, shall we say.
Of the new Fantasyland,
Yep.
which is all scheduled to open up this month. Well, it's been open for a while, yeah, but they're doing the official grand opening on December 6th, so have already done it probably by the time, I don't know how this shooting schedule, airing schedule, Andrew shows it to me, I don't know how it works, but it's probably
all
open
been there
by
and
now.
done that by now.
Probably open by now, but anyway, we've got a holiday favorite, one of my perennial favorite things to do, man.
Fantastic.
25 Days of Christmas and Christmas by the numbers. It's the favorite thing that we do, man. We've been doing this for a few years now.
Yeah, this is what, year 3, I guess?
I guess so.
About 3 years, yeah.
Christmas by the numbers, year 3 on Travel with Rick. Really cool stuff. So if you guys don't know by now, you've seen him lots, but if you don't know, Tony runs a website called Disney by the Numbers, where they curate and keep all things exponentially important to Disney, right?
Factual or statistical?
Factual or statistical, right. And not just Disney parks, but you do movies,
cruise line, Disneyland.
Right. Disney corporate, you even said, right?
Yep, Reedy Creek
Disney
even.
company.
Yeah.
Wow, I'll have to check out some Reedy Creek stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this time, we're talking about Disney by the Numbers for the Walt Disney World Resort. We're going to look at some stuff for the Magic Kingdom, which is where we are here in New Fantasyland.
Actually, this year we have total facts of Walt Disney World. So these are the top 10 things you did not know about Walt Disney World Christmas decorations.
Woohoo! All right, so if you've wondered, here we go. We're counting them down. Not just 25 days, but now we've got top 10 things. So, number 1, Tony.
Number 1 is there are 15 miles of garland used on Walt Disney World property.
Wow,
15 miles.
That's phenomenal.
Not feet, not yards.
And where do they store all that stuff?
They
man?
store that in a facility called Holiday Services.
And how big is that place?
That is a 54,000 square foot facility.
And actually, that's number 6. So I'm jumping
You
ahead.
jumped ahead a little bit.
I jumped ahead a little bit there. But yeah, they've got, what did you say, 40 employees there?
30 employees.
30 employees there that work basically year-round,
Yep.
taking care of all these Christmas decorations, making new ones, cleaning them, cataloging them, all the stuff they do.
And that beefs up, I think, during the Christmas season, they get some volunteers to make that head count because they can't do it with all the 30 people.
Right, volunteers. Yeah,
Volunteers.
Nice. All right, so that's pretty cool. 15 miles of garland.
Yep.
All right, number 2.
Number 2, there are 3,000 wreaths used on property.
Wow, I can believe that. They're huge. They're everywhere.
And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're in the stores.
They're
They're
small,
in the resorts.
They're large.
Yep.
They're all shapes and all sizes.
Yep.
There's a big one outside the Contemporary. I love that one.
That is huge.
Well, I guess there's 3 outside the Contemporary.
Well, there's the
right?
big Mickey one.
Right. Well, yeah. So there's one big one and 2 small ones,
Right.
making up 3. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. All right. And speaking of 3, da-da-da-da.
1,500 Christmas trees are used on property.
Wow.
So not a small amount, a fairly large amount of
1,500
Christmas
trees, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
those
cool.
range in size too. Those are small ones, big ones, store-size ones.
All the way from the small one we saw at the
Yep.
Polynesian, all the way up to the big one we saw at the Grand Floridian.
Yep,
That was
exactly.
a big one. All right, number 4.
300,000 yards of ribbon are used in their decorating of trees and wreaths and garland and things like that.
Wow, it's almost 500,000 yards of ribbon.
Now, on the Holiday Services, there's actually a ribbon room. There's a specific room just filled with all this ribbon that they use.
Of course there is.
Yep.
I mean, it makes
And
sense.
the glitter. I love their little glitter dispensing machine.
Right,
It's
right.
cool.
Yeah, we talked about that when we had Sparkly Nicole on. She actually wants one of those. Yeah. She's hoping Santa's going to bring her a glitter dispenser. Awesome. Okay,
All right.
number 5.
8.5 million lights are used, and that does not count the Osborne lights.
8.5 million lights.
Yep.
Million.
Yeah. Now, I know as of last year, the number was they were about 90% LED, so they're trying to save some energy.
Yeah. And we said what? It takes less than what it costs to run a washing machine
Or dryer.
to run the castle. you know, to run all the lights
Yep.
in the castle. How many are on the castle? 200,000?
200,000 on the castle alone.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Yep.
Okay, number 6 we already hit, but do it again.
Number 6, 54,000 square foot facility, houses all of the Christmas decorations when they're not in use.
Yeah, so not just for Walt Disney World, but also for the cruise line, for my home resort, Disney's Vero
Yep.
Beach Resort.
And
Alani. Yeah, right.
Yep.
So you got Alani there as well. Okay,
Yep.
number 7.
40 trailers are used to move the decorations from the facility to the resort, the cruise line, Vero Beach,
Right.
or wherever they need to go on property.
And they make how many trips?
150 trips.
Wow. So that's 40 semi-trailers that turn around 150 times to bring all these Christmas decorations to their locations, you know?
That's
And-
a lot of
wow. And
stuff.
I bet they ship them to Alani. I don't think they drive a truck.
Yeah, I
over
don't think.
there.
Yeah. Unless they have water wings, unless it's the chitty chitty bang bang.
You
truck.
never know with Disney, right? It's Disney
That's true.
magic. Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
Disney magic. Okay. Where did we get to?
Number 8.
8.
200 topiaries are used and decorated in a Christmas fashion.
200 topiaries. Wow.
So, there's Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
Christmas we just saw recently. I think we passed
Yeah.
on Main Street or right in the front of the park.
Right, right.
But there's 200 of them all over property. They're not just here in the Magic Kingdom. They're in obviously all the parks.
Right. Awesome. Number 9.
This one, I think this number is really low. I have not personally gone around and counted, but they say there's 100,000 poinsettias that are used, and it seems like more.
I think
because
there's
they're
that,
all over.
I think there's that many at the Grand Floridian.
I think so
You know,
too.
Just,
That's why I
just
said
at the
that
Grand
number's low.
Floridian, you know,
Yeah.
because you're right. There's poinsettias everywhere. There's some poinsettia trees here.
Yep.
There's
The
poinsettia.
hanging baskets here in
Yeah.
the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. So
It's used as ground cover in most of the resorts.
I got a feeling you're right that
Yeah.
that one's coming up a little low, Disney.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, counting them down. Number 10.
And we did mention this, but there's 200,000 lights on Cinderella's
Oh, I
castle.
stole another one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Number 6 and number 10. We stole another one. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
It's really interesting to think how much time and effort goes into the Christmas decorations here. I mean, if you think about it, 30 people are working around the year to make Christmas happen for what? A matter of 30 or 40 days here?
Sure, it's crazy. You know, when you stop and think that, you know, when we were over the Grand Floridian, that it takes 10 guys 6 days just to put up that gingerbread house. You know, and then you've got, what, 20 resorts that you have to put up trees and decorations in, then all the parks, all the work that goes into that.
And
Oh,
Osborne
it's a
Lights, I mean,
task.
Osborne Lights, they start in August, putting up
Gosh.
lights in August.
That's incredible.
So-
And when did they start on the castle to do just the icing lights on the castle?
I think that
How does
happens.
that work?
I think that happens overnight. They have it now. That debuted in 2007, and they now have it down to a method where they can get it up in a night now.
Yeah.
I know the first time it took a couple days of installing it, but
Boy,
I
it
think it
looks
goes up
good.
very quickly now.
God, that's one of my favorite things around property. to see.
Yeah.
That's just incredible.
Yeah, and we do have on site how much netting is used to keep those lights on the castle, and that is quite a large number as well.
Right, so in case you guys haven't gone there, make sure you check out DisneyByTheNumbers.com, and that's with an E or with a 3, and of course we'll link it up below, and you guys can go there and check out Tony's site, kind of peruse all that wonderful statistical data for yourself. Check out all the numbers over at DisneyByTheNumbers.com. Well, there you go. The 10 things you always needed to know about Walt Disney World for Christmas. Tony, as always, my friend, thanks very much. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out Tony's site. Make sure you keep checking us out, 25 Days of Christmas. If you missed anything, just go up there and click on the 25 Days of Christmas tab. You can see what's going on, pick up all the days you might have missed, and of course, don't miss another one. Be right back here tomorrow. We've got more of our 25 Days of Christmas right here for you on TravelWithRick.com. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. See you tomorrow.